Welcome to Discussion Sentai Loserger. I'm Loser Blue,
And I'm Loser Yellow.
and this is a show where we discuss the newest episodes of Kamen Rider and Super Sentai. Today we'll be talking about Kamen Rider Zeztz, episode 11, and Gozyuger, episode 39. We always start with Rider, so Yellow, what were your thoughts on episode 11?
Episode 11 of Kamen Rider Zeztz was pretty good. I actually really enjoyed this episode. We got a lot more of the police officers doing their job, a bunch more of Baku investigating, and a couple pretty cool fights.
Yeah, it was a good episode. Obviously, I'm gonna feel that a lot of the conclusionary episodes to the two-parters are gonna feel a lot better than the intro episodes, right?
Yeah,
Just because they conclude the plot. We get like the climax, whereas before it's mostly set up.
exactly.
That'll probably be an ongoing theme for these episodes.
I can't wait for next week for me to say it was mid, and then in 2 weeks to say, hey, that's pretty good.
We'll see. Yeah, we'll see. We'll see.
But, like, looking at the next episode preview, looks like next week's gonna be good, so I'm ready to eat my words.
Yeah. Anyway, but second with this episode, yeah, there is a lot more police going on. We get to see like the full interrogation thing, even though it's kind of a joke comedy interrogation where they just like drink energy drinks and don't do anything.
Yeah, like, I felt like they were energy drinks, but, like, later on, it felt like it was alcohol, but I don't know.
I couldn't tell what it was because I obviously can't read the words on it, but they look like energy drink cans to me because they were pretty colorful.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter. But that was mostly a thing. The female investigator, I forgetting her name. It's like
You're bad
Nos.
with names, Blue. Her name's
I'm.
Nazca.
It's Nazca. That's okay. Is what I was thinking it was, but for some reason I didn't want to say it and be wrong. Uh, she has like a conversation with Baku where like she really asks like, "Is this real?" So she wasn't sure for some reason, despite the fact that
Yeah.
Baku keeps getting like information that no one should be able to have.
You know, going into dreams and investigating nightmares, that's out of the question. But the weird closet hideout, that's fine. Like, that's completely believable.
Yeah, that's completely normal. Uh, yeah. Have we seen like a full like exterior shot of his house?
We have.
Like,
It's like an apartment building.
okay, so has that closet just cannibalized the apartment next door?
Maybe?
I just have to assume that it's in like a magical space where it doesn't really exist,
Yeah.
right? But it's still weird. Whatever, it's fine. Nazca has that conversation. She's definitely coming around more to fully believing all of this
Mhm.
dream nonsense, which is good because it can kind of get annoying when you're like really far in and there's still like a skeptic character. It's like
Yeah.
at this point, how are you still skeptical? I do hope that she still has some level of like she's the realism person, like,
Yeah.
but I do want her to admit that this stuff is real. Yeah, it's all about this national secret thing, but really the painter doesn't know the national secret at all. The secret to him is that he's a counterfeit artist.
Yes.
So he was like protecting that secret, and somehow Nox hid like a real secret in it that can be accessed through dreams and goes into like that weird space.
Yeah.
I don't know, that was a bit
It,
weird. I mean it's fine, but
it's like a weird hideout, but it's also not Nox's hideout because Nem's coma bed isn't there.
yeah, I don't know, because again, it was national secret, so I assume it has something to do with the Japanese government, right? That would make
Yeah.
sense if it's a national secret.
Well, we had the serial killer board in there, so.
Yeah, we didn't get to learn anything about it, which is a little annoying.
No, Zero's like, no, not gonna
No.
happen. And Baku's like, no, Nem, not gonna happen. It's a secret for a reason.
Yeah, I mean, I will say that this episode creates a little bit of ambiguity for Zero in terms of how good he is,
Yeah,
because
he
Zero is full on like we have to get the secret. Screw the dreamer.
Yeah, like forget about that guy. The nightmare coming into the real world, that's not a big deal right now. We need to find the national secret.
Yeah. Whereas Baku, obviously good boy protagonist, is like, no, we have to save the dreamer. That's part of the mission. And like he does do both things technically. Obviously Nox gets away with the driver.
Yeah.
Now, this driver, I'm wondering if, maybe Nox was Agent 6. He
Hmm.
was the previous agent, that was his driver. Something went wrong when fighting what's it called?
A
A
nightmare.
nightmare. And everything about him and his operations got swept under the rug. Like that's part of the national secret, and that's why his driver is in the national secret dream world.
Hmm.
Something like that. Or it's just a whole new piece of technology. Maybe the government was creating a piece of technology to dive into dreams, and he wanted to steal that to somehow use it to come back to reality or something like that. Who knows? But it was broken, so I assume it was used,
Yeah,
and
it had that
probably by
same
him.
like rock burn mark on it, like his gunblade does.
Yeah.
But also disappointing. He doesn't use the gunblade to transform.
Yeah, I wanted him to use the gunblade to transform. I love belts, but I do also love a good alternate transformation device like a sword or a gun. It's fine. That's not a big deal. The main rider should always have a belt. It's
Yeah.
secondary riders can have like cool other stuff.
Well, it's more like a fanny pack this time, but
Eh,
like I've gotten over the fact that it's like not a belt at the waist. Like it looks cool on Zets, so it's
I
it's
mean,
fine by
ultimately,
me.
like he could wear it around the waist.
Yeah.
It's not impossible. So it is a belt. He's just wearing it wrong. Although obviously it's intended to be worn that way, so he is wearing it right.
Yeah.
Whatever. So yeah, that's cool. I'm looking forward to see Nox transform. Obviously, we have seen the suit in the preview, and it looks pretty cool.
Yeah, it's this like cool metallic suit.
But outside of that, the actual the fight is good. I liked the shrinking fight where they just keep getting smaller until they go microscopic. Wonder is it's a nice looking form. All of Zetz's forms kind of look the same, just with different colors so far. They do have different patterns on them. Like they don't have the same patterns, but like that's not the biggest deal in the world.
Yeah.
Some of them have things like Barrier has the big shields, and the tech one with the robot arm has the big robot arm. But
Yeah.
outside of that, I wouldn't
They're
say any of them are super distinct outside of color.
yeah, they're all pretty similar. Especially when he's not using the additions to attack. Like is that the best way of putting it? Like the extras thrown on the suit?
Yeah. But whatever, it's fine. We got scythe mode in this episode. Scythe mode's cool. I kind of wish it was longer. Personally, I think it's a little short for like the pole to
Yeah.
hold it. I think that could have been a bit longer, but that's fine. It is funny they don't show the pole getting longer at all. He
Mhm.
like puts it on, and then in the next shot, it's like really long in comparison, with no explanation as to how that happened. It's fine again because it's all in a dream, and
Yeah.
even in real life, it's like using dream tech in real life, so nothing has to fully make sense. But the fight's good, but I would say the stuff with the dreamer is again kind of the weakest part here. It's
Yeah.
because it's like, yeah, I'm a counterfeit artist. Oh, that was it. What was his secret desire? I don't know. He wanted to turn into mold and die. What?
Yeah, the secret desires or like these subconscious thoughts, they're not making sense at all.
Yeah, I really don't get it. What was it? We had a commentary like a few episodes back saying like, that they could be like various emotional vulnerabilities. I think that was kind of like the gist of the comment. And I kind of think that guy is like, it feels like he's right because that's how it feels like the nightmares are operating. But the actual text the show gives us is that it has something to do with secret desires. They literally
Yeah.
mention secret desires in this episode. So I don't know. It always feels really flimsy.
Well, I'm just gonna chalk this down to Shout not being able to sub things correctly because there's a part in this episode where the rot is spreading to the real world, and Baku needs to get into bed now. So he jumps into bed, and then he starts talking to his sister about helping people. And like the sister's okay with it for whatever reason. And then at the end of the conversation, after she's done being all happy, he says, well, maybe I'll just keep that to dreams. It's kind of
Well, I think that one with
not in the case.
the sister is like, she is like her knowing that despite the fact that she wishes he would stop helping people because it hurts him, she knows that's just that is how he is. It's always how he'll be. He will always try to help people, regardless if it gets him struck by lightning or hit by a meteorite. Yeah, the secret desire thing could definitely be like a mistranslation. Maybe there's a better way of putting it or something like that. I don't know. It always feels weird, and I think it'll continue to feel weird for like the rest of the series. The nightmares. I'm just gonna start viewing the nightmares are just trying to give him a bad experience, and somehow this is gonna work because actually trying to think about like what did the artist want out of this? Like secretly want? Like it seems like he wants to be recognized as an artist, but the mold destroyed the paintings and then tried to kill him.
The counterfeit paintings.
Yeah, so I don't know. It's very weird. It's very weird, and I don't get it.
And he called these counterfeits like his magnum opus. It's like, this is what I'm gonna be known for. It's
well, I
kinda
guess
cringe, to be honest.
I guess they were just really good counterfeits. You know.
Yeah.
It is weird, but again, yeah, the Wonder Fight is good. Good suit.
Fight
like
was pretty good. Like they kept getting smaller, shrinks to the microscopic level, right?
Yeah, and technically he goes even smaller than that.
Yeah,
he
and then
shrinks.
it goes to the atomic level and then bursts out of the nightmare.
Yeah, I think he uses projection along, like, inside the scythe. That would explain why there was, like, like 1,000 scythes that showed up. So it was cool. It's a good finisher. I like, again, he's using his gadgets. He left the tracker in the dream to chase down Nox. So all that's good. And we move the plot forward. Nox is going to transform next week. So
yeah, he says it's time for revenge.
Yeah, it's revenge time.
Ooh, who's he getting revenge on? Did Zero abandon him?
I mean, again, we're getting
Fujimi
some.
abandon him?
Well, I doubt it's Fujimi because Fujimi doesn't know why he disappeared. But Zero, it could very much be Zero because again, we added some moral ambiguity to his character. So, bit odd. We'll see. We'll see what he wants revenge on. Maybe the government.
That would make sense.
Yeah, Zero's agency is probably the most likely thing.
But next week, we get to prevent the meteor strike.
Oh right, yeah. I completely forgot what the actual mission was for next week. Yeah, we're stopping a meteor from hitting the Earth.
Yeah, in a dream, in real life, I don't know.
Well, I mean, stopping it in the dream will probably stop it in real life.
Probably.
So that threat is real. Seemingly all these threats are real.
We need a nightmare to come to the real world. Give me stakes. We almost got there.
Yeah, that is a problem when you start ramping up the stakes a bit. Like a meteor strike, you can't let that actually happen, right?
Yeah.
It has to be something smaller scale, such as blowing up a police station. You can blow up a police station and still like keep things going. It's not that it sucks, but it's not that big a deal. Anyway.
All right.
Okay, Gozyuger 39 is a clip show episode and barely worth talking about.
Yeah, it wasn't good at all.
No. Now, I have to forgive them a little bit for doing a clip show episode considering everything that's going on.
Yeah.
It makes sense that they would do this. It still sucks, and I still didn't enjoy this episode at all. I basically played on my phone anytime a clip was playing, because why would I care? And that was most of the episode.
I was excited when the intro came back, and then it was the butchered version, so hopefully next week we get like the good intro with the new actor.
Yeah, we'll see. I mean, I don't think this intro was as butchered. It was just focusing more. Because this episode was a clip show, the intro just featured like all of the various reds that we've
Yeah.
seen. So it wasn't as bad, but it still has issues for sure. But the actual episode is just kind of, yeah, it's just a clip show. I don't know. I don't know what to talk about.
We got a ring inventory count, at least.
Yeah, we got a ring inventory count. Hoyoru has the
A
vast
lot.
majority of them.
15 rings plus his own.
I believe there's only 2 unclaimed rings right now.
Yeah,
One
well, it's
is King Ozier's ring, which is
the guy from episode 1?
the guy from episode 1, because we haven't
Okay.
seen him again. I believe the other is Kaku Ranger, who we haven't seen at all.
Okay. All I know is that there were 2 that weren't accounted for, and one was that guy from episode 1. The bride didn't have a lot. Which rings? I don't know. The show didn't bother telling me.
Yeah, I mean, it's all Kuon. Kuon has a ton. I
Yeah.
think Kuon has more than Hoyoru.
Oh,
So
no way. Because there's, what, 49 rings? Where's my calculator? I need to figure out how many rings right now that Kuon has. Kuon has 12 rings.
okay.
Because there's 37 rings, including the 2 unaccounted for. So Kuon has 12.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
Okay, so the ring update. Goju Wolf at 15, Leon at 4, Tyranno at 0, Eagle at 4, Unicorn at 6, Polar at 6, Garudo at 12, King Ozier at 1, and the last Kaku Ranger is just also at 1 on his own somewhere else.
We'll find that ring eventually.
I mean, it could honestly be that the King Ozier guy shows up and he's beaten the Kaku Ranger guy off screen.
Yeah. It's like he has 2 rings. Cool.
Yeah. It'd be a bit lame, but it would also be kind of lame if he showed up and hadn't won a single ring battle.
Yeah.
What was he doing this whole time?
It'd also be lame if just like Garudo showed up at one point and just has the ring. I wouldn't like that.
Yeah, they gotta do something with that because they set it up, and I kind of want that to pay off. So really, the only thing of note I think in this episode is the fight.
Yeah. The fight from original 38 that is so
Yeah,
cut up it makes Ribbon feel like a jobber.
yeah, that's definitely what it felt like. That's definitely what it is. Sorry, like when I was watching, I'm like, this has to be the fight from 38 because Unicorn goes Tega Sword mode, and I believe that's the first time she's gone Tega Sword mode. And typically that happens during like a focus episode. And we know that 38 was supposed to be a Sumino focus episode, so obviously she was probably going to go take a sword there. So they just threw it in here because they had the fight footage and they might as well use it. Yeah, Ribbon gets blown up pretty easily because the fight was basically completely unimportant and nobody cares.
Yep.
It wasn't a bad fight. Like, I think it was a fun little fight, but it had no stakes at all in kind of a dumb episode, so it was hard to care.
Oh shoot, Blue, I just forgot. I looked at my notes. Hoyoru has 14 rings because the producers stole his ring back.
Oh, true. Forgot about that. That is true. That won't stick.
That won't stick. No, what's gonna happen is the producer stole his ring back. Everyone's gonna get like blown out of the water. He's gonna win the ring battle, and that's when he votes for the new Space Sheriff Gavon series to take over.
Yeah, no.
That's
That,
exactly what's gonna happen, Blue.
that's
Sentai's over. This is a Metal Hero channel now.
woot. Yeah, okay, we can get into this stuff about that a bit later, but this episode, I like at the beginning, I don't know, where we see the Bryden and stuff just hanging out. I don't know. I like the Bryden. They're just, they're really chill to each other for some reason.
They're so cool. There's the Fire Candle's the best.
Yeah, he's great. Obviously, Ribbon's character is a pretty obvious, acts nice and sweet, but is actually really nasty. I wouldn't be surprised if we see Ribbon like get blown up for real in the next little bit. Like it's that general that gets introduced kind of late. and dies pretty fast. I wouldn't be surprised. We'll see. Also, want to know why Ribbon was made wrong. Like, why was Ribbon made wrong by June? That has
Yeah,
to be important.
why is June having issues? I need to know. Toei, let me know.
Yeah. I mean, I think that's pretty much all I really had to say about this episode. Outside of in the preview, we get to see the new actress for Goju Unicorn for Sumino.
Yeah. Did Sumino change her hair or something? She looks kind of funny.
Perfectly honest, I can't tell the difference. I'm joking. They look very different, and also I watched Dawn Brothers, so it feels weird. That's just an unfortunate reality. I will not I won't try to hold it against the show. We'll see what they do. I think the biggest problem with it is because of reshoots. Sumino's character will probably be put a lot to the wayside, so they have to film as little as possible.
Yeah.
So she probably just won't get a lot of focus, and that's unfortunate. I don't know. I think it will negatively impact the show, but
yeah, there's only like 10 episodes left, so
there's 10 episodes left. Yeah, 11. I am counting from like something like that. Although to be fair, it doesn't always go to 50. So
yeah, we could get a 48 episode season.
Let's just see. They really had to introduce like a final threat soon, right? Like,
is it gonna be Kuon? I feel like it's gonna be Kuon.
Maybe. I don't know. Either Calamity needs to step up, or the Bride needs to get a lot more evil, or Kuon needs to start like corrupting June or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
You know, that's got to happen soon. But outside of that, I don't know. I don't got much more to say. I don't have anything to say for this episode.
No, this episode wasn't much.
Clip shows.
Yay, clip show.
I mean, in other like Sentai news, we finally got a trademark, but it wasn't for a new Sentai series. It was for Super Space Sheriff Gavan Infinity.
Yeah.
Which, very interesting that they're bringing back Gavan, and I guess Metal Heroes in general. I mean, we'll see what they do with it, because obviously they could just be using a name that exists and making something pretty different, right?
Yeah.
It's not impossible. I've only seen one episode of Space Sheriff Gavan, which I watched literally today because I decided I decided I would watch Gavan if they're going to make a Gavan thing. I was like, let's watch the original just for fun.
Yeah.
So I've only seen the first episode of it, but I mean, I kind of like that first episode. But again, this new series could be so different, and obviously it's made in a very different time that, you know, it might not even be worth comparing them at all.
Whichever way it goes, I'm here for it. If we're keeping Super Sentai, if Sentai is going to the wayside, if it's some weird like combined Sentai and Metal Hero thing, or you know, we're gonna get all three. We're gonna get the trifecta of Toku. Toei is back, baby.
Yeah, but if this Gavan series takes over Super Sentai's like time slot and Super Sentai doesn't exist, you know, we'll just talk about that too. And the name of our channel will make far less sense, and that will suck, but it's fine.
We'll make it work.
So that's been this week's episode of Discussion Sentai Loserger. I've been Loser Blue.
And I've been Loser Yellow.
I didn't tell you guys to like and subscribe. Please like and subscribe. Leave a comment if you liked the episode. Anyway, see ya.